Today I am here with a get ready with me on this look right here. I tried some new products, I used some old favorites, I did a lot of talking. So if you would like to see how I got this look, just keep watching. So I'm first gonna go in with some skincare. I just washed my face. I'm gonna use my Drunk Elephant Deep Bronze Eye Anti-Pollution Serum and my Drunk Elephant Bee Hydra Hydration Gel. You can see it just adds a nice little glow. And it's skincare. Usually whenever I do get ready with me, I always do my face first, but that's not how I do my makeup in my real life, so I'm not going to do that today. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Nothing bad, but I just really wanted to talk about, and you guys are my friends, so in case that anyone has gone through some of the similar stuff that I've gone through. I'm currently suffering a lot of side effects from the depot shot. I got the shot on May 29th and it seems like ever since then I've had nothing but side effects. I have had a really bad bladder infection that lasted almost 2 weeks. I have not been able to go to the bathroom properly. I've been constipated a lot. Mood changes, like just a lot of stuff, and it was the first time I ever got the shot. I had previously had the Nexplanon in my arm. I never show you guys my arms, but there's still a scar from that. It messed me up a couple years ago, but I thought, hey, let's try something that I've never tried before to see if it'll work. I'm gonna take a Sigma E40 with a Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie. So I was very hopeful thinking that, yep, this is gonna be okay. I don't like it. I am like almost counting down the days until it wears off. My body just doesn't like birth control. I started on the pill when I was 14 or 15 because I had a lot of problems in that whole area when I was younger. I was very irregular and my body was okay with that, and then when I was in grad school I tried the Nexplanon, which is the implant in my arm, and I didn't really like that. I had to get that taken out, and now I tried the shot, and I'm gonna go in with creme brulee for Makeup Geek. I don't like it. If you are considering getting it, please talk about it with your doctor, all the side effects. I didn't realize how many side effects there were to it until I started having them. So it's kind of crazy. I'm crying because I don't know what's going on with me, and it's sad because you want to be in touch with your own body and you want to be, you want to know what's going on with you, and to not know what's going on with you is a really scary feeling. So the one morning, I was off from work on a Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday. This was a couple weeks ago because I had to go to the orthodontist for my Invisalign. I had to go to the dentist. I had a whole bunch of stuff. So I was set to go back to work that Thursday. So that Thursday morning, I wake up at 5 a.m. with this excruciating pain in my abdomen. I'm lucky enough that I live in a part of Philadelphia that I'm very close to a lot of hospitals. I wake my mom up and I immediately say that I want to go to the hospital. And I like to think that I have a pretty high pain tolerance. We're gonna go into the ColourPop Fortune palette now. I'm gonna take the shade Mo Problems on the same brush. I like to think that I have a pretty high pain tolerance, and for me to complain about like something, it takes a lot. So my mom knew that, and the second that I said I wanted to go, we were in the car ready to go. We left my house at like 6:01 and I was in the emergency room by like 6:12. It was that crazy. So they basically told me that I had a bladder infection that was so severe that it almost got to my kidneys, and from what I was reading, let a bladder infection get so bad it can get to your kidneys, but this one was just so sudden and onset I hadn't had any pain. I was on an antibiotic called Bactrim for 3 days, and that helped. So currently right now I'm experiencing slight amounts of the same pain, so I'm really scared that I'm gonna have to go back to the doctor. And I know I'm not dehydrated. I drink at least 6 bottles of water a day. I do all the stuff you're supposed to not get UTI, but I don't want this whole get ready with me to be depressing, so we will talk about some other stuff. Today is 1 year ago that I got my last tattoo. It was also the day that I convinced my mother to get a tattoo. I'm gonna take the shade Reach from this palette. I really like this palette, you guys. This is probably gonna be in my favorites video. I just find that this is one of the best palettes that ColourPop has ever done. I've been also finding myself using it like a lot for work because it has like those just couple like matte shades that I can just go in and just use and not really think about They blend really well, and I find that this palette has less fallout than all of ColourPop's other palette. Tattoos. That's something that you guys ask me about sometimes, and I guess we can talk about the 5 I have. So yes, I do have 5 tattoos. Some people don't know that. Actually, the last 2 that I have gotten have been with Nicole. Nicole and I got our first tattoos together in February 2017 at the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention. And I got the quote, "You keep me safe" on my foot, and she got the quote, "You keep me wild." And the second tattoo that we got together, it was actually the day that we filmed the Get Ready With Me that we were here. We were talking about getting piercings, and I didn't know what we were all gonna do. I'm gonna link that video up here. And we ended up all getting tattoos, me, my mom, and Nicole. I got "Be the Change" for the quote, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," and I don't remember what Nicole got that day. And my mom got a breast cancer ribbon because my mother is a 3-time breast cancer survivor. 2-time, I'm sorry. She had colon cancer once. So yeah, we all got tattoos that day, and that was the last day that I got tattoos. So that was 1 year ago today. And I must say, I like have the itch to get another one already. It's true what they say, that once you have one, you want more. I had my first tattoo when I was 19. My first tattoo is an N, which is for my nan and my friend Nicole, who had passed away in November 2009 when I was at college. It just so happens that years later, the name Nicole is another one of my best friend's names. I have a cousin named Nicole. I had a couple of my coworkers used to be named Nicole, so like the name Nicole was always very significant to me. So then my second tattoo on my left foot, I have a Believe, like it says Believe, and I have a pink cancer ribbon for my mom. My third tattoo was my Minnie. I have a Minnie Mouse on my left shoulder. The 4th one was the one on my foot, and then my 5th one was the one on my other shoulder. So I have a total of 5, which some people think is excessive, but I like them. They're all in places that I can hide. They all have a lot of meaning to me. Alright, so for my lid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and Makeup Geek's Grandstand down here. I'm going to use that because I haven't used that in a really long time and I really want to. And I'm just going to go in with my finger. The Makeup Geek foiled shadows, if you've never used them before, I still stand by saying that the Makeup Geek foiled shadows are some of the best on the market. And I did not prime my lids another time with this or put glitter glue down or anything. So has anyone been watching Big Brother? I myself have been watching Big Brother since I was 8. Literally since the first season when it was like coming out with Survivor and all that stuff. I'm a huge Big Brother fan. I love it. I am obsessed with it. I don't watch the live feeds as much as other people do, but I do go on like the spoiler websites and stuff of that nature. I just love it. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with the cocktail that I talked about in my June favorites video. This is my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Santa Fe, and this is my L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 105 Natural Beige. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my hair is blonder. I had gotten it done a couple weeks ago and then I got more highlights in it because I didn't think it was blonde enough. Alright, I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk sponge to blend that in. I find that this Sonia Kashuk sponge, this is I think the 3rd one that I've opened. This is not consistent. The L'Oreal sponge is pretty consistent. Like in any one I've had, they felt the same. A Real Technique sponge is definitely not consistent. Any ones I've ever had of them always feel different. Then I'm gonna go in with my favorite concealer ever, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I was noticing that my hairs were getting those like milia dots, you know? I was like, oh, well, what is this from? Is this from the concealer I'm using? Is it from the powder I'm using? My first thought automatically was that the powder that I was using had ethyl in it. And I was like, oh, for the heck of it, let me check my concealers. I only own about 3-4 concealers right now. Lo and behold, the Flower Concealer has the hexapalmitate as the 4th ingredient, so that is why my under eyes were all types of wonky. It was a great moment. So I'm gonna be filming empties after this. I'm actually gonna put that concealer in the empties because I can't put it in disappointing products because I actually love the concealer, so it's not a disappointing product. It's I actually had it mostly all the way up. All right, to set my under eyes and anywhere I put that concealer, I'm gonna use the Hourglass Mineral Veil Powder. I love this powder. I hate the packaging. Some people say they love the packaging. I personally hate it because I feel like I can't ever get it out. But I love the powder itself. It's a great powder. All right, and then for the rest of my face, I know you can't get this anymore, but I'm really trying to use this up. Look at that pan. This is my MAC Select Sheer Pressed Powder in the shade NC40. I've gone to a MAC counter recently and they told me that the MAC Pro Longwear powder is pretty similar to this. And they matched me the shade Medium Golden, so I think that when I am done with this powder, I will be picking that up. I love how with MAC products, you can do the back to MAC when you're done with 6 of them. So it's kind of like you get rewarded for finishing your products up and you get a free lipstick. And that counts for powder products like mascaras. It doesn't count for like the little samples they give you if you use those up. I'm just gonna take my Essence Brighten Up powder, and this is a Sigma F35. I just got this one and I need to fluff it out a little more. I love this brush for under my eyes. You can use code ERIN for 10% off of Sigma. So my beloved Urban Decay Beach Bronzer is now not with us anymore, RIP. Oh, I was in need of a warm matte-ish bronzer, so I picked up the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Bronzo 3. This is a baked product. This is a bronzer that Casey Holmes loves. Okay, so this is my first time using this. I had a little sample of this in the past. I don't even know if this is like the right brush for this. Blush brush from Real Techniques would be a good brush for this, but I'm getting a lot of kick up, so let's see how we're gonna do. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I think that this is just not the right brush for this, but I like this bronzer a lot. Really like the color of this. I like how it's like blending very well. I feel like you don't need a lot of this product either. It's just very dusty. But that could be my fault with the brush. I'm gonna go in a little bit with my Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light Bronzer. Just add a little bit of life to my face. I'm not gonna go in with too much of this because it's very easy to go overboard with this bronzer. I feel that with that Laura Mercier one, it's a little bit easier to go a little overboard, which is good for me because when that happens, it's easier to blend out and doesn't look too orange. I love the tone and color of that. For blush, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted blush in the shade Fantastical. I have the shade Just Curious. I have been loving it, so I picked this one up, hoping that I would love this one as well. This one I consider more of a coral. The Just Curious one is definitely more of like a straight up peach, which are my favorite blushes. So these smell really well. These smell like, this is what I wish the Too Faced Peach collection would have smelled like instead of what it did smell like. And then I'm going to take my Sigma F50, the best stippling brush in the world. Guys, I forgot to prime. I'm scared for this. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Face Studio. It says it's a metallic highlighter. I love the gold one and the rose gold one, but this peach one has straight up glitter in it, so I am nervous. This is my Real Techniques setting brush that I like to highlight with. Let's see if I get any of the glitter. I brought down Opal as a backup, so. The glitter doesn't really transfer onto your face, but you gotta keep in mind I'm also using a very, very light hand. I don't hate it as much as I thought I would just because of the glitter. I feel like once it's on an actual brush and you tap it off, you don't see it as much, but it's still just looking a little too like actual peachy for my skin. So I'm gonna take Opal from Becca. So for brow gel, I'm gonna go in with Maybelline Brow Precise Volumizer in soft brown. I used to use dark brown, but I feel like soft brown's a little bit better for me. They're discontinuing this, so I'm terribly sorry. This is it's really funny because both of the first brow gels I ever owned are both now getting discontinued. The L'Oreal one and this one. And people have been telling me that they're still able to find these at Rite Aids and Walmarts. If you find it, I highly recommend you picking it up. Then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to take the new L'Oreal one. This is called the Brow Stylist. It's just this little itty bitty thing. I like to use this just in the very, very front of my brows just to define them and then to comb it through a little bit. I don't use anything else on my brows other than brow gel. Going to spray my face now with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I actually had gotten these in like a little set. It was only $19. I was so excited to try that. You know, for not priming though, my pores don't look that bad. So this used to be my perfect setting spray years ago and I haven't used it in a really long time. I forgot how much I love the smell of this. All my lashes. My non-existing eyelashes that I have. I'm interested though, if any of you have ever had similar problems that I've been having with the Depot shot, let me know. It's like one of those things where I kind of feel like so many people go through it and so many people have it and don't have problems that like, am I the only one? But I've been reading a lot. I'm gonna go in with the Kokie mascara first. This one, it's weird, I only opened this like not even 3 weeks ago and I love this actual mascara, but it feels like it's drying out already. You can see, look at my lashes. It's actually doing something for my sad ass little lashes. And just go over it real quick with my Tarte's mascara. I always like to combine mascaras that have a natural bristle wand and a wire bristle wand. I take my Lottie London AM to PM eyeliner in black, my favorite. Oh my god. Guys, I just went to open it and there's no product in there. Wait. I need a sharpener. Does it just need to be sharpened? Oh my god, no, there's like no. Guys, this is my favorite eyeliner. Maybe I just gotta keep sharpening it and it'll. Is this like an RIP moment right now? The whole thing is all wonky. It's not sharpening, you guys. Alright, so I guess that's gonna go into empties today. Alright, well I'm gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs one in the shade Brownie. I'm telling you, these Marc Jacobs ones, they never do me wrong. I'm gonna take my Sigma mascara and put that on my lower lash line. I know, I carry like a million mascaras with me at a time. I forgot my MAC one that I usually use on my lower lash line. The lips, I'm gonna first go in with my Aquarius lip liner from ColourPop, something I'm trying to use up desperately. And then I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip in the shade All Natural Nude. I really like these. Well, this is the only one I have, but I really like it. Alrighty everyone, that was this Get Ready With Me. I literally have that eyeliner all over my hands now. I don't think I've ever mourned a $3 product as hard as I'm about to mourn this. I can literally like feel inside of here all of the actual bits of the eyeliner that broke. I don't know. I'm gonna still try it on my good sharpener. I hope you have a great day, and remember, use kind, use smart, use important. Bye everyone.